Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Gridiron 2021. Dr. Ron Poniewasz, joined by Professor Larry Kelly here for Gridiron 2021. And this week here on Gridiron, we have several topics to go over. We're going to tell you about a fullback, running back that had quite a performance. We'll also turn Larry loose for the Red Hurricane Minute. We'll have another topic after that, and then we'll tell you where the teams play and what time and all that good stuff. But right now, it is Athlete of the Week, and it is Shenango's junior fullback safety, Hunter Lively. And Hunter Lively is a 5'8", 175-pound junior, as I mentioned. 15 carries, 173 yards, 3 touchdowns on runs of 19, 7, and 44 yards. In a 48-6 win over Northgate. So congratulations, Hunter Lively. And I know Larry Kelly's been chomping at the bit to talk about the Wildcats and in particular Hunter Lively. So please, the floor is yours, my friend.
I know a lot about this young man. He's one of the toughest kids I ever coached. He's a baseball player and a very good one. He made your all-conference team that you picked, all Lawrence County team. Played right field for us. Had some big hits, hit a walk-off home run on senior day, 3-run jack to beat Riverside, 2 hits in the state championship game. Special kid. He's a really, really good football player. And they've been using him more often, Shenango has, in their offense. And, it doesn't surprise me that he has a game like this. He averaged more than 10 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. Kid has really good speed. He's explosive. He's tough, great vision. Hunter Lively's the real deal.
Yeah, and Shenango, by our box score that we got submitted from the Shenango statistician, did not attempt one pass in that game. 400 and some odd yards of total offense. It all came on the ground. Hunter Lively, a big reason why. C.J. Miller was right behind him. So, good 1-2 punch, Larry. And this is a time of year that the Wildcats have to get it going if they want to make the playoffs. And the last 2 games, they've done well. The two-game winning streak for the Wildcats.
Well, they got some big kids up front. They got a pretty good offensive line. They're young at quarterback, and it's hard to be young at quarterback and win a lot of high school games, but as the year goes on, their quarterbacks are getting more experience, and they can run the football. They got some good, tough offensive linemen up front, and this was just an example of what it was like when you have the right guys up front blocking and a young man like Hunter Lively carrying the ball. He's the real deal. He's just he's tough. He's explosive. Got great speed. He'll probably be my leadoff hitter next year. I expect big things from him. And he's a smart player. He's really smart player. So it doesn't surprise me that he has a game like he did against Northgate.
Yeah, you said they have they're young at quarterback. They have a freshman and a sophomore. So no matter how they ultimately finish for the year, whether they go all the way and win a state title or, make the WPIL playoffs and are an early exit, or however they do, how big would it be for the program to get into the postseason, have postseason experience for those young kids and to build off of that for next year and beyond?
Well, I mean, with the start that they had, 0-4, it would be enormous for them to make the playoffs. And certainly it'll be big for them moving forward next year. Look, that's a good coaching staff. I watch those guys. We're still practicing baseball. Our fall season finishes up this weekend. So I see those guys out there grinding every day. And, football's a tough sport. It's easy to go to practice when you're 4-0. It gets a lot tougher to go to practice when you're 0-4 and to maintain your focus and your intensity. And they've had 2 pretty big weeks. And, look, if they can keep it going, they have a shot to get in the playoffs. But I think they're going to have to win out. And, it starts this week again. I don't see on their schedule. Yes, I do. They got Our Lady of Sacred Heart, who just came off a really tough game against Union. it's a game Shenango can win.
Mm-hmm. And I believe they have Rochester after that, and then they close up at Union. And I was talking to Jimmy Graham, and I told him, I said, boy, I have a feeling that Union game is going to be for all the marbles in terms of who gets that last playoff spot, or one of those last playoff spots. So that's a big one. Larry, I've given you about 5 minutes of time with Hunter Lively. There's one sport that you did not touch on for his talents. Kind of disappointed.
Basketball, their point guard, Zach Herb, who also plays for me, had knee surgery. And Hunter Lively will probably take that position and be the starting point guard at the beginning of the year. Let me tell you something. He's a tough kid, and he'll probably guard the other team's point guard, and the other team's point guard is going to have a headache when the game's over, because when Hunter Lively gets into you, it's like the old scene from Hoosiers when the coach said, I want you to be able to tell me after this game what kind of gum he's chewing. That's the kind of defender Hunter Lively is. And, so he's a three-sport athlete.
Okay, Larry, I've given you about 6 minutes, and you still haven't touched on the sport that I'm getting ready to talk about.
Well, I don't know what I've covered them all. So you're going to have to help me out. We're going to talk about golf or what?
No, he's quite a bowler, and I know this because I type a lot of the local bowling leagues, and he's in a junior league, and he has been for I don't know how many years, but I recognize the name, and I talked to him about it, and I said, Hunter, how many leagues are you in? And he said one right at the moment, but as he gets older, he will be in some more leagues, additional leagues, and with other older bowlers, and I asked him, I says, well, what's your average? Do you have any idea? And he has an average right around 190, which is very impressive. Yeah. So he's a really good bowler.
Not that you say that, he did have to miss a baseball game last summer. Not a high school game, but he did have to miss a summer league game because he was going to a bowling tournament. I do remember that. But it doesn't surprise me. The kid's a good athlete.
Right.
He's good. And if he golfed, he'd probably be a pretty good golfer.
Sure.
So Hunter Lively, he's the real deal. Well deserving of Player of the Week. About time you kept your eyes on these Shenango boys. Last week was my Newcastle Red Hurricane, Chris Hood. This week, Hunter Lively. You guys are starting to figure it out down there.
Yeah, well, I think we've done a pretty good job down here, regardless of what Larry Kelly's opinion is.
So do I. I'm just joshing you.
Yeah. All right.
When I became an attorney, I chose to stay here because my friends and neighbors needed a lawyer they can count on. I believe that if you're hurt on the job, you shouldn't have to go it alone, especially if your employer or the insurance company tries to bully you. You can count on me to get you the workers' compensation benefits that you deserve. Even if it gets rough, I'm not going anywhere. I'll stand my ground right here where I've always been. I'm Larry Kelly, and I'm a Newcastle guy.